Hello there, listeners. This is my very first podcast. This podcast is going to be a lot of random things. My name is Martin. People call me Marty, close friends or family, and I have a lot of handles. One of them is Nokizaru, which I've been using for a long time. Another one is Kami, that I not really use, but people just start calling me. Well, actually, one guy, and you'll hear him say that often in the podcast. And my favorite one, and the one I've been using for a long time, and will be still using for a long time, is Izugami. And no one ever calls me that. Really, it's either just Nokizaru or Noki or Kami or Martin or Marty. So you'll be hearing a lot of different names, or it could be "Hey you" or some kind of profanity, like or something of the sort. Um, I'm doing this introduction because this is my first podcast, and I want to explain how it works and what it's called, and what's going to happen and what you're going to hear. Um, what it's going to basically be about is just you're going to hear a lot of random conversation. You're going to hear a lot of random things. It's just I pick a topic and we start the conversation from there. I just like, hey, it's just gonna be like us friends talking. So it'll be family members. I'll come in, do interviews and stuff. I'll try my best, if and see if I get any listeners. And if not, so be it. I still have some family that will listen to this at least. Yeah. I don't have a really good voice. I think, or I know it's pretty high pitched. It probably will get higher as I argue. It's probably against somebody for something or anything like that. But it's just all in fun. The quality of the podcast, I hope, is well. I'm a beginning editor for sound mixing and noise reduction and all that. But I'll learn as I go. So I'm just it's going to be a series of topics. The podcast may just slice right into me talking already with my friends, and family. It's just about any topic. I'll try to keep the podcast going is what my main concern is, and hopefully nobody gets sidetracked from the topic at hand. Keep each topic at least 10 minutes, or just any news that pops up. Um, so yeah, that's basically the introduction. This is called Just a Podcast. That's my name for this podcast. I hope it's really good. I hope nobody has it as well. I have to go check on that too. But yeah, I think it'll go really well. If not, I mean, I at least will enjoy it. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am 27. I'm not too old, not too young either, but I'm getting there. And I like Japan. I like Japan Japanese things. I've always loved it. I don't know how far back it's been. My memory is not too well. In the fact of my childhood memories are not too well. There, I just loved it. My friend, which you'll hear on the podcast, his name is Alex. We call him Al. We've been friends for a long time, and he introduced me to even more Japanese stuff, music and stuff like that. And then from there, I surpassed him way over, from watching just way too many shows. And we'll be discussing about anime. The show really doesn't have a subject. It's going to be a lot of things that we like or I like. So it's not for everyone, but I will be talking about music, anime, games, a lot of that, and just in that sense. Going back to me. I've been to Japan. I've been there for at least 4 times, and I'll tell some stories about that. I love reminiscing about those times because it was my funnest time in my life, a great time in history in my life. I'm a very negative person, pessimistic. I never am optimistic whatsoever. I can be at the same time too. When somebody's being negative, I can't also be negative with them. I'll actually change my tune and become positive because two negatives, you know what I mean? It's just not going to work, and it's not a good dynamic. So I tend to be that way sometimes. I can't really tell if you know real person or not. But anyways, I won't dive too much into that. I don't want to get too down and everything. It's trying to be a good show. I may discuss a little bit more about that later. I'm just a regular person, gets depressed normally. Um, I feel like I'm not accepted too much because I'm in a weird space. See, I'm in between a um, cool guy and a nerd guy, and there's probably a lot of people out there that's like that. But the thing is like I'm not all the way to where there are dude bros, like the dude bros that are just like let's party all the time and fucking crush pussy and blah 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 and stuff like that. And I'm not too extreme. I like to go out drinking, and I like to go have fun. I like to do something spontaneous and all the time. But then I have my nerdy side, which I like anime, I like games, I like a lot of anime. I watch a lot. I watch hours of it. I watch every new show that comes out in season. I play every game that mostly comes out that I really like, which is Japanese style games or just regular style games. I just buy, and I don't stop. And that's the thing, like, but I'm not too extreme where I get really weird with it as well. Like, I'm not like gonna be like a brony or something. I'm not saying that bronies are weird. I don't want to lose that demographic already instantly. Heck, like I'm gonna have that demographic in the first place. But just extreme in that way, and hopefully some people know what I'm talking about, where they just take it all the way to the top. I'm just in the middle, and I kind of like that. It's hard to find people that are like that as well. That is like, well, this, like, oh, a lot of Star Wars, or you're really hardcore into this, and then you're also cool, but then you're not all like fucking, let's go to spring break and drink and fuck all day and then done. I mean, that's great. I would love to do that, and I do love doing that as well, but not to the extreme where it's my life. My life is in the middle, split between, and I'm going to have to move one way or another at some point in my life because times are changed. If I get married or anything, that's just kind of what's gonna happen. You got to lose something. Like when I was traveling in Japan, I couldn't. I was still watching a lot of anime, but then it kept me indoors a little bit, which you don't want to be indoors especially when you're in Japan. The first time I went, it was for 3 months. I went with my friend, and it was really great. Um, it was just really, really fun. I went to college for a little bit. If I'm gonna say college, but not really. I took a couple classes, if so, just one class, and it was Japanese, and it was to learn some more. And I did really well. The thing is if you don't keep up with it, then you lose it, and that's what just happens with language. Unless you're just really good and smart and you can remember everything, then yeah, that's fine. So went and always wanted to go to Japan ever since forever. And as I met friends and I wanted them to join me, I had a really good friend named Tyler, and he was supposed to go with me, but then we fell out, and so we didn't go. And I met new friends, and I wanted to go, but then we fell out, and or something happened, and we didn't go. And so it waited a long time, and then I don't remember actually when I went to Japan. I think the first time was in 2012 maybe. I can't really be sure. I should really get my dates up to check, but it was around that time, 2012, maybe 13, or maybe even 11. I'm not too sure. As I said, my memory is horrible, but it was exciting. I went with my friend. His name was Oscar. I just go, hey, I want to go to Japan. He's like, yeah, I want to go too. So then that's it. Once we discussed that, that was it. We went, and we were going to go for the maximum allotted time that we can go, which is Americans for America. I don't know how other places, and I kind of do a little bit, like maybe if you're from China or somewhere, you can actually go stay longer because the visa's easier, and there's all this other stuff, which I won't get into because I'm not just gonna get into because I'm telling a story. So, I went with my friend Oscar, and we went to Japan, and we were traveling around, and it was just great. Fresh Japanese, and then I'm just a little too embarrassed. Like when I know something, when you know something and you don't think you're good, you're gonna be embarrassed and not do it. But you have to in Japan. You have to do it. But he was doing most of the talking. And the thing is, what I do is, I would fall back. I wouldn't put myself out there with like saying, I know Japanese and stuff. I would just like let him handle it or something. But once I was on my own, I have to use it, and then I started using it. And sometimes I had confidence, sometimes I didn't. So that's just what happened. Um, so going on with the story, we met so many people. We did so many things, and I'll mention a story here and there as the things go on. But then I frequently went to there like three more times. Once with my cousin Austin, which I'll hopefully get on this podcast and have him talk a little bit about his um, company or something, or just talk about the days in Japan, because there's a lot of good stories with him. I went with then I went on my own by myself, and I was there for 5 months, and I was most recent from 2013 to 14. At the end of 13 to 14, um, and that was really fun. And I met a lot of people, and hopefully I can try to get them on Skype just for a little while, just to talk to them and see how they are, and or just see anything like that. I met a lot of people, and it was really fun. So, long story short, I love Japan. I love everything about it. The even this, just the social aspect of it, how everyone reacts and their emotions and like how they are, and it just interests me, and I see more and more that I'm interested in different culture like that. But Japan really has a hold on me because of anime, most likely, and the music. I love Japanese music above all anything, almost everything. I love a lot of music. I love a lot of different kind of music, and I'll discuss that as well. So I'm just gonna stick to my introduction. I shouldn't be, dragging this on. So let's see. I've loved Japanese stuff. I love games. I love music. I love. I'm not an avid reader. I would read some things here and there. I will mention a book if it's good and if I've read it. But most of the time, I probably won't. I most likely mention a game and recommend a lot of games. That'd be really great, really really good. Um, a lot of good games that I just want to mention. But this is just a nice intro. I can't believe a long intro, but it's fine. It's not going to be too podcasty. It's going to sound like I'm just talking to myself sometimes, or crackling like that. I don't even know why. Um, so yeah, that's just about the gist of it. After this, it's going to go straight into a recording of some friends of mine just talking. What do we do every day? Like when I get home from work. Um, yeah, when I get home from work, which I should mention about that actually, is that I work now officially, well, not really officially, but temporarily at my old job that I used to have before I went to Japan. That was back in 2012. No, 2000 and well, yeah, 2012 is when I started. It was 3 years when I worked there, and it was a good place. It was young. It was a young company. A lot of companies were starting up like that, and it was we had very we were very they were very lenient on us because we were just young. We were gamers. We are tech guys, and we were doing SEO, and we were doing it fairly well, and not what they call black hat and white hat, which is black being bad and white being good, of course. And for the most part, it was really fun. We started adding more people, and then I started hiring more friends, and then I think that's when it got a little too crazy, and things changed drastically. And then I just decided to go to Japan and get a job there, which I failed, and had miserable jobs between then. And then I finally got back to the job, and it's pretty nice now. I'm an independent contractor, so I could be thrown now at any time, but I'm hoping to increase my skill set and stay there longer. It's a full time job, so I'm working 8 hours, and it's really nice. Um, so that's a little bit more about me, and then after work. So by the time I get home, which I carpool with my friend now, I do drive. I just don't have a car. Um, like most people, maybe in this world, I do. I'm able to drive. I have a license, but I just haven't had a car because I've been going to Japan or traveling or just putting it off because I'm a horrible person. The thing about me is I dislike it. I don't know why. If something in my DNA, something in my blood, maybe I'm just making excuses, but I just dislike driving. It's not a thing I enjoy. Um, I did it to pass the test. I mean, I did it to if in emergencies, but it's just a feeling. I just like walking. I like going somewhere. But here in California, which I forgot to mention, I live in California, Southern California, in a place called Orange. There's nothing around here. It's a desert town. It's a shitty shitty thing. You walk here to go to some other place. I mean, there's not so many things, and it's a nice little city. You can walk around here, and there is some things. But then once you go out of the city, it'll take a long time to get to the next city, to something great in the next city. It's all driving, and people that listen to this podcast probably know that all the driving all the time is just horrible. I mean, if we had public transportation, that's really great, like trains. That's another thing I like about Japan. I could just go anywhere on a train, and I'm there, and it's great. I mean, so is Europe. I mean, you can go from France to like you know to you know Sweden, whatever, on the train. Take a couple hours, but you're just going, and then they have their public transportation and the metros and trains, and they do that as well. I mean, it sounds more like I would enjoy myself on the East Coast, and people have told me that I like big cities. I like cramped up big cities and not open areas. This is more of a hot open area, which is another thing about me as well, is that I dislike the heat. I just got an air conditioner. It feels so great just getting one of those. That's because I got my job and I got paid more money. A lot of things I'm going to be saying on this podcast is probably going to it's all true. Like, I'm not going to be lying about myself. I'm not going to be saying like, well, look at me, I'm a fucking guy that has a lot of money, or something about me. It's mostly all it's not it's all true. And it's just how it is. I don't know. I'm not going to lie for what. I don't need to. um so yeah, so I just got an AC because I had some money. I was gaining some money, some income, which is always so great. And I bought one, and now I feel great. But the thing is, outside it's so horrible. It's just so hot. I mean, it's raining, and it's hot and it's humid because of the rain. It's just, I mean, I know other countries are way, way worse off in the summer, but just California is summer all year round. They at least get seasons. We get one, and it's summer. Um, so that's just a little bit about me. There'll be probably more as I do these introductions. I'll do. It wouldn't be this long. This is just for my first podcast, and I wanted to do a nice introduction. A 17-minute introduction is from what I see, and I'm hoping you're enjoying just hearing me talk as much as I don't. No, no, I think it should be fine. I mean, I don't know who's going to be listening, if there is any listeners. I may repeat myself because I don't know if I am repeating myself or not. It's the thing that people do, I guess, or maybe just me. No, most likely people. I shouldn't just isolate myself. I mean, I know there's people. Some people are like, some people are just like that, and I'm one of those people that is like that. So, to finish it off, let's see. I am not too tall. I don't know why I'm describing myself. Maybe because you can't see me yet. I say yet because I might do video podcasts at one point, which should be fun if I can, if things really pick up. I'll be doing these twice a week. I want to do more if I can get more people, and then talking for an hour is also another thing. I mean, I can do it for 50 minutes. I'll try to push it for even longer, but an hour seems pretty good to do. So hopefully there's no background noise. That's another thing because I am doing this in my room. It is close by other people's rooms because I do not live alone. I do live with my mother, as some people might know as listeners. And if it's a new listener, I do live here because in California it's really hard to live on your own, especially now in this economy. And usually you have to get roommates, and I would. But the thing is, I'm not gonna have a steady job yet. I don't know. I'm not. If once I have a firm position, then I'm thinking of moving out and getting a place. It would be really nice to share a place with my friend Al. He gets quite a bit of money, and I'd be getting quite a bit of money, enough to rent an apartment or something at least, or studio or something that we can have as our own finally. And so I do live here, and I'm with my sister, and my sister has 8 kids, I think. Yeah, I think 8 kids. No, no, no. She has six. She has 6 kids because there's Daniel, Joe, Nathan, Eddie, Josh. Five. I'm miscounted. 5 kids, and that's quite a bit of kids. And they all come over from time to time around this time. Usually, it's mostly to Wednesday through Friday or Thursday through Saturday. It's one of the days, but hopefully that background noise does not come in. I mean, I have everything shut off and kind of blocked off. So, and I'm speaking constantly. So hopefully that doesn't do anything. With that being said, yeah, I have a lot of family. They'll be on here. Hopefully, they're telling some good stories. Hopefully, they enjoy my podcast. I mean, I just recently found out that I don't know if he's a family member or not, but I don't remember his name. But one of my cousin's cousins or my cousin, not too sure. I have too many to even know. I just call them all cousins. So one of my cousins has a podcast as well that he does, and he went to. I never heard it before, but I heard it's kind of funny. I mean, he's doing voices, jokes. I have no idea. I'm probably gonna check it out. Maybe get some tips on how to do a successful podcast. Always good to ask somebody. It's not like I'm gonna go like, oh, this guy's fucking doing one. I don't care or something. I actually like good feedback. People can email me or something like that. Maybe I'll give them an email. I don't even know where I'm putting this on yet. And then me babbling on, of course, again. I don't know. It's just me talking. That's all it is. It's just me talking, and then it's gonna hear other people talking. So right now, you're about to hear some people talk about different things. We're just going to be discussing just different things, topics, whatever's in the news, whatever's up and going. No celebrity shit unless that's important. Unless something happened, like a celebrity dies or something. But I'm not really into that, fucking Hollywood stuff. Because I don't really care. We'll talk about actors or something, or anything like that. But anything besides that, I think we're going to be sticking to games, anime, music. If I can hopefully get some music from someone, but I have some family members that like the music. Most of my family likes the music. Singers or dancers, not dancers, dancers, singers and players of instruments and such. So, this is it. Welcome to Just a Podcast, and I hope you enjoy this wonderful show that I'm going to be putting on. Yeah, it's going to be really great. So
you gotta get what? You gotta get what? Peely?
All right. So,
Grease?
Yeah. What is that? Racist?
Did you say grease?
What'd you say?
I said rice.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly and
Who
rice.
Who the fuck eats peanut butter and jelly and rice? Seriously, KK. Who the fuck eats peanut butter and jelly and rice?
That's ridiculous.
Maybe you need your.
But anyways, so Chaos and Silent K. Sounds like Silent K. You're eating something.
I am. Why are you recording me?
Yeah. Well, you're on it. You've been on it, so it's fine though, because it's just supposed to be natural, anyways. Except for Chaos over here with his fucking. Anyways, what? What?
Refrigerator.
It sounds like you're breaking up. I think you're breaking up because you're downloading your
I'm not
whatever.
Downloading anything, mutton head.
All right. So, anyways, you gonna get that Street Fighter 5 beta?
What? No.
What?
No,
Why not?
Street Fighter is dead.
Man, Street Fighter 5 looks pretty sweet, man.
It looks
pretty good.
But it's still dead. It's still dead. It's still dead. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing y'all do is gonna bring Street Fighter back to life.
But can I ask you a question, Tommy? Did they fix the lag when you play online?
They fixed it for PS4, I can tell you that, because it was really bad. Something was wrong with it. I don't know too much of the facts, but something was wrong with the PS4 version, and they finally fixed it. But then for online, I'm not too sure because I don't play it. All I know is Street Fighter 5 is only going to be for PS4 and PC, and they're going to cross-play, and it won't be for anything else. Even though most of the people that play like at EVO, which went on last week, which is the big fighting tournament that happens every year. Yeah, did you? We'll get into that a little bit.
They didn't add all the characters yet, did they?
What, for Street Fighter 5? No, they only have Ken, Bison, this new guy named what's the new guy's name? Nicole. Nicole, yeah. They added Nicole.
Chun-Li.
They have Cammy. They have Ken, Ken and Ryu, which I already said Ken. So the beta you can buy or get the game pre-order on Amazon. Get the beta key, and then you can take off the pre-order and then try it out. If you don't like it, don't buy it, or don't buy it and just play the beta. I don't know. I'm not getting it because I don't play fighting games. So that's that. Unless you get a K, and then maybe I'll fight you PC versus PS4, sucker.
Not gonna happen.
No.
Why not?
I'm not buying it on a PC.
No, you don't have to buy it. You just get the beta so we can both play. Nobody says anything about buying it.
No one says anything about playing it neither.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well,
I don't
okay,
play
so I don't know. I'm just
unfinished game.
It's
Like-
not an unfinished game. It's just a game that doesn't have all the characters.
That shit's un-
no, it's not out
It's
yet.
not coming
I mean,
out
they're
this
just
year,
still
is it?
doing it. No, not until yeah, I think this year. I'm not too sure actually.
the wiki says the 16th, 2016.
The next year. Yeah, see, then they can add all the characters they want in 2016.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be nickel and dimed over characters.
Oh no! If they're gonna do that again, I'm
because-
not buying it. I hate.
Well, it depends. Who knows if they're gonna even do that
I hate
though?
fighting games that make you try to fucking buy the characters.
That's how they make the money, though.
What do you mean? That's how they make
that's how
their
everybody
money.
make-
They
that's
make
how
their
every-
money.
That's how everybody makes money.
No, what
That's
they,
how consoles make money.
No.
Yeah,
That's how. That's how they. This is how they nickel and dime you to death. Because there was never none of this shit back in the days. It's just either your shit was really good, or it wasn't. And I'm sorry,
That's it.
Street Fighter isn't worth.
Yeah, this is back in the day, though.
Just like what's the name? I was a big fan of fucking what's the name. And matter of fact,
And what's her name?
Killer Instinct, and Killer
What are we
Instinct
talking-
is the one that
Oh.
started that buying characters bullshit too.
Was it Killer? Well, you mean like on current
On
gen
current gen
consoles? They
console,
started
that
doing
was the first console that you had to
And what-
buy all your characters.
So that one is kind of bullshit though, because that's like you get the game for free, but you get the one guy. That's it, and then you got to buy everyone else. That's a bad model. This is a game where they already have the characters, and then they give you extra characters.
No. There's no fucking reason why.
It's been like that. It's like if you play Batman,
No,
you're just
I
like
understand.
you want that
I
fucking costumes and characters. It's the same thing.
Not. I understand more content. This is a fighting game. There is no content. It's either this character or this character. You know, I don't want
the content.
I understand that, but
What if they gave you all the characters and then the DLC was levels like stages and costumes?
listen, dude.
Costumes
Or-
and cosmetic stuff is fine for DLC.
For DLC, but you want no characters on it. Like same thing for a driving game. If driving game, then you want you don't want to buy extra cars and shit. Like a new car comes in,
you see,
fuck
because
it.
the driving game is it's different. They give you the DLCs don't give you just cars. The DLC gives you more maps, more roads to drive, and it gives you a couple of cars. Because I was doing the Forza Sports, my brother was like that.
Yeah, but what happened to that one?
Right,
what about Forza 2
parts,
though? That came out where they only gave you that one, the couple cars, couple tracks, and then you had to buy like the rest of the game for like an additional $50 later, or $100. Well, how much the DLC adds up?
They're trying to.
I don't think they're gonna nickel and dime you.
They're trying to turn
I think they're
all
gonna give you
games
enough to play
into
it.
free to play, but you gotta pay.
Yeah, I guess.
That's basically what it's
an
gonna
MMO.
boil down to.
But-
Yeah, it's free to play
Yeah, if
until
it's
you want to
MMO.
buy a fucking character or play with 10.
No, well, okay. So here's a good example. What about Batman? Well, okay. So we're talking about specifically fighting games though, because you can't say all games.
No, we cannot say all.
Batman's not like that.
Listen, I understand DLC and more content. I can understand that. But is Ken worth $7? Honestly, this is all I'm really breaking down. Is Ken worth $7 fucking bucks? Seriously.
Yeah, it might be true though. Okay, you have a good point. I
Serious.
wouldn't pay $7 for Ken. I don't think you even paid $3 for Ken.
Exactly. This is what I'm
going.
saying.
I'm going like $150 or less.
Sorry.
Maybe 99 cents.
I'd rather buy a pack of cigarettes than Ken.
Yeah, cigarettes. Cigarettes.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
So you go to the store and you're like, well, should I buy Ken or go get some smokes? Is what your question would be. That's your conundrum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, certain games I understand content and buying content. Fighting games, they never should have been any content. Fighting games, or at least they gave you a fucking good lineup of characters in the beginning. You know, I don't
Yeah.
like it when they give you, okay, we're gonna give you 6 characters, but the rest of the 69 characters you gotta buy. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, I
Especially if you're
mean,
buying the
yeah,
game.
yeah. It is a pretty
And
crazy
then it's also
thing.
then it's always some outrageous price. It's always like $5 for or $10 for a character. I'm like, shit. Break it down to $2.
Yeah.
Maybe then I'll buy all the fucking characters.
Oh, then you're gonna have to wait for that sweet deal, like the sweet deal, the big pack.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
understand, but like I said, this I never liked the content of buying content. I
And
always
see, the thing is that the characters is on the fucking CD, and
yeah, everything is on the CD already.
and it's like, well, why the fuck do I have to buy shit that's already on the CD? I can understand if the game came
Yeah,
out like if Street Fighter came out now and then next year they would add like 10 more characters because they have a whole bunch of characters in the
But
series.
see, KK, that's the problem. See, this is the problem. This is the problem that we run into is that they want you to pay that extra $50 to buy a brand new game. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. I get
They
it.
want you to buy a whole brand. Look at Destiny. Look at Destiny. Instead of giving us a big DLC, what are they doing? They're making us buy a brand new game with all the shit we already had. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
need
Destiny
all.
is a shitty
I
ass
don't need
game,
all
dude.
that
It was
fucking
just a
crap.
bad idea.
No, 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 no.
It's not a bad idea.
That,
It's that
that,
it used old MMO technology. That's all. The
no,
things that we don't go
Yeah.
for anymore.
No, but I mean, you saw it once they did 3 characters. I was just like,
it
come
wasn't.
on.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't the character.
It was that for me.
Oh,
I like playing with more
oh.
people.
For
Like
me,
it's more
it
fun
was
with
the
more.
content. For me, it was the content. The
Well, that
game
too. Yeah.
felt like a half-ass MMO. Really,
And you know what the thing
it
is?
does,
There.
KK. It felt like a really. It's like they gave us WoW and cut out 75% of the content. It said, "Here, we got this one dungeon for you to run around in for the rest of the year."
You know what's funny too? Because there was an article from like 2013 or before. They're talking about they're like we don't want it to be like Halo, where if people were playing online, they're rushing in and just rushing the levels. We want a story driven story game. That's what they're talking
Well,
about.
if that was the case, Tommy, if honestly, if that was the case, then why didn't they just make more storyline? They didn't make. They made honestly, literally made 4 hours worth of content. That's what they fucking did with the fucking $26 million they got to build the game. They made 4 hours of content.
Yeah, no, dude. They had so much
They,
money,
they
and
had like
they had time. They had time, and they had fucking
they
money, and they
They
still
had
fucked it up.
all the money behind them, and they made a game that had 4 hours worth of content.
Yeah, they
And
totally
then
they
the
totally
game didn't.
screwed
Then
it.
the game. I mean, I, I'm sorry. The game, the multiplayer on it should have had that Halo feel, and it didn't.
Nope.
Didn't
Yeah,
it?
like nothing had a
Right.
Halo
It did
anything
not
in that
have
game.
that Halo feel. It did not have that Halo feel, and then it's the game is surrounded by guns. Everybody had you got to get these guns, and this is what saves their life. And unfortunately, they um they reduced the drop rate of guns too.
Yeah, they did so much. They did so many things, and they try to they're like, hey, guess what? You got more space in the thing, and we're giving you a new class, bow and stuff, and go have fun. And also, we're giving you more story, but you probably can't skip those cutscenes, which you're fucking done with it. So enjoy our story again.
But like
Just
I
Oh,
said,
wait. You gotta
fully.
start the new character over and go through the whole game.
No, 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 no. You have to. You have to. You just have to watch their new story, and then most likely unskippable. Like because you're going to be replaying those levels again once you're done with the story. Their little new story for the new expansion,
well,
and then
no,
you got to sit through it.
they're gonna be a couple of new boards, a couple of new planets, I think, and those planets gonna have.
Yeah, but what's a couple of new? They're going to put one, two, 1.5, and Maybe one planet and a lobby and shit again, motherfuckers.
Look at the
You know what I
king.
mean?
Look at the king. I mean, how many times are we gonna fight the fucking his father?
Yeah,
So
right. Like they couldn't think of another monster to
yeah,
do. They had to go. Oh, guess what? Crota.
we
Crota's dad.
we fought Crota. We killed the son. Now the dad is upset. Now the dad is
Yeah,
coming back.
we
Gotta
killed.
kill
We
the
killed the
dad.
son's son. We killed his grandson. Then we killed the son, and now we're killing the dad. I was like, well, come on. Think of a different fucking monster, please. Put a robot in there that's not fucking
Honestly,
triangle.
I thought we was going to Cabal. I thought they were going to Cabal.
I thought that. Yeah, that's what I thought too,
I thought
man.
they were
I was
going
like, they're gonna go in order. They're gonna do
Fallen,
the whatever
the Fallen, the High,
the fallen,
and
the
Cabal,
high.
and Cabal.
Yeah, and that's the next one. But they're like, nah. We're just gonna stick with them because
Right
we
back
suck.
to the
And
father.
we,
It's just easier that way.
yeah, it's really dumb.
It's really dumb. And then everybody has fucking what the hell was the fucking rocket called again? I'm sorry.
I don't know what rocket. I stopped playing it.
I never played
Like
it.
I seriously stopped playing it. Like
First
I don't know when I stopped.
rocket, the first Galahorn. Every
Yeah, there you go. I love the Galahorn too. That was
everybody has
everybody had
Galahorn
it.
in the everybody wants a Galahorn. And now that they fixed the drop rate, no one can get a Galahorn.
I had like 5 of those motherfuckers.
Exactly. And then they don't put a trading system in the game. And
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, KK, I, I had duplicates of all guns. I had like 7 Galahorns, and they're sitting there doing nothing. And
gotta destroy them for those mats, man. Those mats you can't get.
nah, now you can get those mats now. Now they, and then the funny thing, KK, Carly, they
Yeah,
turned around, right? Remember, you had to go out there and grind for the materials to get everything, to fix your guns, to do all your guns, and do all your shit. So we had that. You had to grind, and then all of a sudden they got rid of the fucking grind. Now you can buy
so,
everything,
yeah,
KK.
yeah. It was
Piece of fucking every piece of thing you can get, you can buy it now. And then the only thing that they make you grind for is fucking the shit that brings guns up to the new levels.
yeah. It was yeah. Some of the new stuff. I mean, I didn't even play the new stuff, but I just read about it, and it was just ridiculous nonsense. And I was just like,
What it is, they
nah.
don't give you. I can understand if they gave you a big enough backpack to fit everything in. In the very beginning, I'm serious, KK. In the very beginning, you were getting so many guns you had to choose and pick. This is why I didn't have a Red Death. This is why I didn't have.
Oh yeah, like all the like at least one of everything.
Right,
It would
this
have
is
been
why I
great.
didn't have one of everything because new shit came out. I got rid of the old shit.
Yeah, couldn't keep it. You had to have a preference. You like shotguns? Keep those shotguns
Right,
because that's all you're
exactly.
getting.
And then they decide after we get rid of all the fucking guns, and then they say, hey, you need the Red Death for the new mission, and don't give it and don't put the dropout for it no more.
Yeah, it was that's just horrible.
Disturbing and horrible game that I'm probably not going to play ever again.
Yeah. So with that, we're gonna move on to something else because it's just gonna make me angry thinking about it. Blade and Soul. What I was gonna try to tell you guys last time, they're doing their localization for it. They're like really going for it to be like westernized, you know. And the thing is, they have a lot of like Korean lore in it in the game because you know Korea and stuff. And the cool thing about it is that they have like these guilds. And with the guilds, there's or monsters. So there's these monsters called Ploggles, I guess. They're like a frog-like creature. So like these guys, the team for Blade and Soul are just naming them like really ridiculous things. Like they call them grass squatch. Like just a grassy Sasquatch, I guess, would be one. One of their caves. There's a cave. There's a cavern like that holds a underground fighting ring. And the cavern they called it Just a Cave, like just a cave, but together as Just a Cave. And there's a crafting guild in the game, that specializes in pottery, so they call them the Mary Potters. And they have all these funny names for these guilds. Like the Fish Guild is called For the Halibut, and
What?
For the Halibut. Like
Halibut.
You know,
Fish.
halibut, like the fish.
Like the fish halibut. Come on, kid.
Yeah.
Keep up.
He said,
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it sounds like halibut because that's what they did.
I
They,
even got that one taken for the halibut.
yeah. But you know what I mean? That's really cool. Like the Woodcutters Guild in that game is called the Tree Fellas because it's like the three fellas. The Mason Guild is called Boulder Dash. The Herbalist Guild is called Urban Legends. The Hunters Guild, and this is one of my favorites, is called Nice to Meet You, with meat spelled as meat, as in, MEAT.
Yeah, I know.
So they're really having fun renaming all this stuff from Korea to English. And they got the Coal Miners Guild is called We Can Dig It. So if you want to join the We Can Dig It Guild, that's what it would be called. And the Mining Guild is called the Underminers. And so forth and so on. So they're really having fun changing all the names and localizing Blade and Soul. Which...
All right, but Korean games are known for their grind. How are they dealing with that? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, actually. That's all the information I've been reading on it. Like, I thought it was interesting, but who knows? It probably is. It probably still has the grind to it, but they say they really want to change a lot of, like, not change it, but I mean localize it to the max so people can understand.
Oh, Blade and Soul was
remember Blade and Soul that came out years ago that we were talking about years ago?
It came out for PlayStation 3.
Did it come out for No, it didn't come out for PS3.
Yes, it did.
Blade and Soul.
I'm looking at a fucking Blade and Soul for PlayStation 3 right now.
That's ridiculous.
Blade and Soul,
the Japanese version or something.
No,
or
it's a regular.
It can't be a Western version because it's barely coming out in the West now.
Dude,
it hasn't been translated.
All right,
there's no way it could be on PS3.
I'll see.
Unless it's a Japanese or Korean one or something.
I'll send you the page.
You send me the page because that's ridiculous. It's just that doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right, but that's what it is. It's a fucking page.
Let's see what else. Did you hear about the Prototype fucking HD remake?
Prototype?
No, I'm not even going near that.
Oh, you're right. It was a Blade and Soul for PS3.
I told you.
I can't believe they made that. It must have been crap. It must have been crap. Because they're re-releasing it now.
I told you it was
Maybe they're releasing the PC version because I guess they had the PS3 and they tried it and nobody played it, so they're like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna do it right this time." Or something.
I don't know. This is the publisher.
Yeah, which is the same publisher that's doing this one. But I told you they're really working on it. They look like they're having fun working on it, so I'm giving it high hopes.
I don't know, man. Everything that NC Soft dropped.
What you don't like? I like some
anything
of the
that's tied to them other than Guild Wars was flopping in Lineage. That's it.
Crazy.
So I'm gonna like
well, yeah, we're gonna try it out like your Skyforge. Just try it out, all right?
Skyforge is hot.
Yeah,
I'm having had fun.
Although I grinded myself out in like a couple of days, the game is pretty good. It's like Tanks, but with regular hack and slash. But like I said, I grinded out way too quick.
Like,
damn, I ain't got nothing to do now.
You're getting me excited now. I kind of want to play it now.
I told you to play it.
I'll get it. I'm not saying I'm not.
Do you know what other game is coming out that's fucking obvious? It's coming. It's actually pretty fucking popular.
What?
Fucking Rocket Ball.
Oh, dude, Rocket League. Are you kidding me? Rocket League is big popular.
I just seen that the other day. I was like, what the
dude,
is this?
This game, Kate, I don't think you understand this game. It's so fucking addictingly fun. It is ridiculous. Yeah. I was like, okay, I looked at the cover. I'm like, okay, it's soccer with cars. Sure. I played it. Couldn't stop playing it. Because once you get the hang of it, oh, it's so fun. It's so good. It's 4-player. It's team-based soccer, but like everything feels right. Like there's nothing like if you're gonna hit the ball, you're gonna hit the ball in. You know, it's not gonna like some weird physics, or they got everything
No,
down
motherfucker,
perfect.
you gotta have your physics. I'm sorry.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. They
Sorry.
have it down though. They have the physics
I
down.
mean,
I'm not saying it's
Out of
not.
1,000 shots, KK, I probably made 50, and then 2 of them were amazing shots. Like,
But still,
I don't
but
even
when
know
it,
how I got that ball in.
you know what the thing is though, when you make the shot, you feel so good. That's the thing. It feels so good when you make the shot. You're just and you're watching the replay, and then you see some fucking guy type in like shit, and they can't write shit, so it's like all blurted out, and it's really great. And it's just an addicting, fun game, and there's
and it's
been like
cheap.
it's cheap and it's free for
Fucking-
PlayStation Plus members right now for this month.
It's free for this month.
So millions of people have gotten the game. That's why the servers are all crashing and all this crazy shit.
Yeah,
Because so many people have it.
Oh yeah, it's coming now.
What?
What's coming out? What are you shaking news?
It's solid.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid's coming out September, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what's weird? I'm not excited about the game.
Me
Not
neither.
yet. Like until it comes out, maybe, or my brother guys it and I see it, I'm not excited at all. It's something that's not making me. Well, maybe I'm not a big Metal Gear fan or something, but it's just not exciting me yet.
Probably not. You're probably all right, but it's a Metal Gear, and it's got a lot of bullshit in it.
You know what it is? It's an open Metal Gear, an open
Yeah.
world, so it's gonna be
that's
long.
what it is.
And it makes me feel like I'm not gonna finish it if I play it. That's why I think it's putting me off. I know the story's gonna be good, but I'm like, how long do I have to play the game till I get that story to that point of the story?
Oh, dude, man, they brought it back to just reminded me when you said open world.
What?
Y'all watch E3?
Yeah, of course we watch
some
E3.
of it.
We're
Not
talking
all
about
of it.
man. I watch it like it's the Super Bowl.
Tell me y'all motherfuckers caught Ghost Recon.
Yeah. Well, I thought, okay, so we
Oh,
can't go.
this is like KK. This is like a redemption. They had to come because you know Ghost Recon only comes out every 7 years.
And the
Yeah.
last one was
so
fucking
shitty.
shit. The last one was the
It
shittiest
was,
game.
KK. It was so shitty. I guess these motherfuckers said we have to redeem ourselves, and they made one within 2 years or 3 years of the last one that came out.
I don't even know that many years, dude. I think it was more, but it was shit.
It was. I know it wasn't 7, but that shit is the open world Ghost Recon is really really hot.
And this was and they showed footage, and this is pre-alpha footage, so it can even look even better. It looked good already,
Yeah,
and they had a lot of world and like scenes. And then we're talking pre-alpha though. It's not even a fucking beta, and it looked so good and played so well. It was ridiculous.
Ghost Recon is going, which, like I said, one of my favorite games to win.
Franchise, yeah, they're one of the good franchises that I've always
One of the
loved. Because
Yeah.
that's when I barely met you. We were with Razzie and we played that other Ghost Recon. I forgot which one it was, and we had to do that one where we had to stay in place to kill all the guys, the waves. And
Yeah,
it took us like an hour.
yeah. That was the last Ghost Recon that we've had. That was no, it wasn't Future Soldier. It was
I think it was Future Soldier.
it wasn't Future Soldier.
It was the one before or after Future Soldier.
It was the one. I think it was Ghost Recon Phantom.
Oh, then yeah, that one. Man, did we play the shit out of that game.
Yeah, Ghost Recon Phantom. We played, and what's really fucking funny, the fucking servers are still up for that stupid ass game.
Yeah, I bet. I wouldn't quit that game if other ones were shit.
14 years, KK. These fucking servers has been up.
I don't even. Maybe there's one person. They probably have like mods now, or probably people are hacking them and shit and just having
Yeah,
fun.
probably hack. I mean,
They do that for Call of Duty. When the servers are still up, you just go on there and then you fight people flying and shooting chickens and shit. Just weird shit. Getting all the guns and doing weird stuff.
actually, I haven't played a fucking Western in quite some time. Now.
But speaking of old games though, you remember Prototype and Prototype 2, right? That game, open world, you get like a disease or something, and you become a monster that can do stuff and blow shit up. It's like it was like a Spider-Man, but like a dark Spider-Man, but you're like some guy and.
You mean Prototype with the guy? Oh yeah,
Yeah, you remember that one? Well, anyways, they're doing an HD remaster of this fucking game and bringing it out for PS3. Oh no, not PS3, Xbox One and PS4, and this shit runs like shit. It looks like shit and it runs like shit. You have no. It runs better on a PS3. They're saying. They're not even saying they did an example. They did a like a screen by screen kind of thing to show the frame rate. It was like running 30 frames on the PS3 and dipping down to like 24 frames to 20 frames on the Xbox One. On an Xbox One. It was just trash. It looks like shit. It's like not even an HD remake. It's just like, hey, you want this game ported over to a console and then have it run shitty? That's what they did.
No.
And they're selling it for $50.
They never do any. That's why I never buy any remake.
No,
some remastered because they have the fucking what's the name out too, which was
which one?
Shit.
The Uncharted one. They're gonna do it. They're bringing it out, and that's gonna be 60 frames, and it looks good.
I don't care.
I'm just saying there are HD remakes that are good. It's just this one is stupid shit.
Listen, Mel brought that other thing. What was that other thing they made the remake for PlayStation 4? He brought that shit. Last something with the guy and the little girl running around.
Last something.
I'm not too sure. Survival horror, but there was also humans and monsters in there.
What? I don't remember a game like that at all. Last something for PS4
with the little girl. Hold on. It was only for PlayStation 4.
Hold on. I'm thinking. No, I can't remember. Yeah. Well, we'll see if you remember. I'm going to keep moving on to some more news here and talk about Windows 10 and how you're excited for that.
The Last of Us.
No, that was 60. You don't see how good the game ran on PS4? You're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy.
I had the game. I played the game.
You're fucking dude. The PS4, it runs 60 frames smooth. No breaks in that game. It was so good.
I understand that.
It looks so good.
But they repackaged it.
No, that's what it is. It's just a definitive edition. They started it with fucking Tomb Raider when they're like, oh, guess what? We got the definitive edition for Tomb Raider. Fucking where her hair looks more shinier and shit. That was like the only upgrade because they had the NVIDIA Hairworks. Yeah, but this was actually running even faster than the PS3 and graphical upgrade and everything. This wasn't just hair and some bullshit and just a port. This was more.
I'm sorry.
Like they're doing it for old games that are really good. Like Uncharted, those are really old games and they're going to be running at 60 frames smooth. And those games look good.
Another $50 to see a couple of
$60 for 3 games though.
For 3 games.
Yeah, you get all 3. That's a good deal. If you never played Uncharted and you get all 3 and they run smooth on a PS4, then I'd say it's a fucking steal. That's $60 for 3 games that are running very well. See, you can't say no to that. You can't say no to that.
That's a good deal.
That's a good deal. You're getting 3 fucking games. You know how long those games are? Collectibles and shit and multiplayer on each game. It's crazy.
Especially if you didn't play them.
Yeah, and if you never played them, you'd be fucking ecstatic.
That's if you never played them, but
that's like buying the gold, the Handsome Jack edition of fucking Borderlands 2. You know how much DLC comes with that thing? I've seen a list. It was ridiculous.
No, that I can understand that because that is new content.
But it's not new content. That's all old content just in a pack.
I know that. No. You got to understand something. That's. I got the Handsome. Did I get the Handsome pack? No, I didn't get the Handsome Jack shit.
All right, so just telling you right now, the Handsome Jack when they did port it over to PS4 and stuff, it ran like shit.
I didn't buy it I bought it for the computer.
Yeah, I have it for the computer, but I mean, I'm just saying it ran like shit, and then they finally updated it not too long ago, and now it runs fine. But I mean, before it ran like shit, but you still got. What? You got so much DLC with this game. So much, like, all basically, because everything was out. That's why. They released DLC over the time, and then now you just get it all at once. It just makes it feel like it's
exactly. It's just so much. No, I agree with you. That I like. So I don't like going and buying 4 games that I might have bought or might have played. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's not for everybody. I'm just saying it's just a nice thing to have. Like, if people never played these games, now they get to with all the stuff. It's really nice.
Oh, definitely. I definitely agree with you.
But we can both agree that prototype is just shit. Like, that's not a thing.
I didn't like any of the prototypes. Anyway.
I played them. I was like, it's. They used like the same skin. It was like skinning over Spider-Man, the Spider-Man game that came out that same year.
Right. They actually had the other prototype, the one with the girl.
What do you mean other prototype? There was one with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
When was that? I don't remember.
That was the last.
No, because the prototype 2 was with the guy with the bald head black guy, the buff.
Right. So white guy, a bald headed black
and
guy,
a girl
and
there
now
too?
It's a redhead little girl.
I didn't play the second one.
You didn't play the third one, you mean?
What do you mean? No, you better check that as because I don't think there's a third one, man. I think you're thinking of what's that game? One of my favorite games, and I can't even remember the name of it. Damn, we're almost gonna hit an hour already, dude. It's coming to a close. We gotta start. We might have to continue this on at a different time. I didn't think we were gonna hit an hour that quick, but I wasted like 20 minutes talking to him in my intro and stuff, so which is fine. What game was that? It wasn't Killzone. I want to say Killzone, but it's not. It's
No, it's not Killzone.
You know which game I'm talking about with the little girl, and it's like a horror first-person shooter.
No, that's not the horror game. This bitch was jumping around on fucking red beams of light.
Maybe it's a different game.
No, it's a spin-off of Prototype.
I've never heard of that ever. Maybe because
it was a download for PlayStation.
Oh, was it? Okay, then maybe.
PlayStation. I have a matter of fact. Hold up.
You gonna look for it right now? We gotta move on to Windows 10 real quick.
We can move on.
Windows 10 lets you stream Xbox One games. Now everybody can do it, but you have to have an Xbox One. I think is from what I heard. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Which just trying to get that there. Okay, so Shimoon 3 racked up $6.3 million in. It's the new record for video game crowdfunding, right? My Shimoon 3, which I didn't put anybody in, like an idiot, even though I love it so much, got a lot of money. So they're gonna be having fun making it. He better. I want it. I'm getting it. You say whatever you want, but I'm getting it. There's a little article right here I was reading right now, and for everybody listening, it's we usually get it from Kotaku. Chinese employees relieve stress with Studio Ghibli masks. So you know those masks from Spirited Away, like those monsters.
Yeah.
You mean
all the I guess this Chinese company is like everyone's wearing the mask. Like they're showing pictures of everyone wearing it. Like even this guy's coming in to like ask for something, and they're all wearing the masks. It's very weird.
Well, Chinese people are very weird.
Yeah.
Their culture's
and
different.
there goes my Chinese listeners, you son of a gun. No, I don't know.
What?
No,
I just said their culture's different. I didn't say they all were perverted bastards.
Hey, whoa, hold on, dude. Because we're gonna be getting into unknown territory here. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
Like I said, I got nothing against it. I got nothing
okay,
against it. But I understand what you're saying, but some of those masks are actually cool.
No, they are cool, but I mean, imagine like a whole company wearing them and you went inside and then you're just like, what the fuck is going on? If you didn't know what Studio Ghibli was, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? But I guess everybody knows in China because that's what they're saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's so weird. Okay, so now this is a really fun one from Japan. Oh shit, I hit the thing. Oh, that's going to pick up really badly. So in Japan right now, it's the 21st, and so it's called Hand Job Day. And this is what I'm gonna explain to you right now. Is that so the pun is that it's 721. So in Japanese, they use a 0. So it's 07.21 for 721 for the date July 21st. The 0 they say 0, and then the na for 7, which is nana is 7 in Japanese, and ni is 2 in Japanese number. And so what they're doing is they're using the extender. So when you say na, like if you go na, extending it, they put a line in between. And then 1 is ichi. So when you say 0 na ni ichi like that, it's called jerk off. You're basically saying jerk off day. So what happened is they released a character, like a Power Ranger character, called Masturbation Hero.
And there goes
so yeah.
So
they created a guy. They created a guy. Yeah, Tenga Man they call him, which and it says G Senshi, which is masturbation warrior. Tenga Man is what it's called. It's not an official holiday, of course. It's just something that a lot of people are doing for some reason, calling it.
Funny.
Well, it's just fun. I don't know. I thought it's
there is an official day where they carry
the penises. Yeah, I forgot what that day is called, and I got to look it up. So apologize for all that. because I'm supposed to
Uh,
know because I like Japanese stuff. But yeah, the
hey,
day
listen,
where all the penises they carry them penis shrines and lollipops and all that.
penis
Dude, you have
lollipop.
no idea. Imagine so all these girls are eating penis lollipops, penis shaped everything. They're eating.
Penis shaped lollipops,
Yeah.
bagels. Okay.
Right.
Ah,
So okay, so we're at an hour. It's pretty good. I think I got my dogs barking in the background, so that's even fucking more great.
no, I only heard them once, so
I
don't
know,
worry
but I
about
mean, I
it.
don't want people hearing my dogs barking, so I gotta have to cut that out. Just it's gonna be weird. I have to do some.
No, just leave it.
Just leave it. It doesn't matter.
Just
Okay.
leave
I
it.
guess if I don't even know if I'm gonna have listeners, but listeners, I have a dog and he barks the fuck out of everything. So she's great. One more last thing, I guess, before I cut this off, and then we can go on to our regular schedule, which is the same thing. Um, so you guys heard of Satoru Iwata, right? He's the Nintendo.
Um,
He was a Nintendo
Yeah,
CEO.
window rides.
yeah, I told Chris Chaos
Yeah.
already.
Um, yeah. He died, which sucks. But I wanted to give a little information on that. He had 2,600 people show up on his funeral first day. First day, 2,600, and then on the second day, 1,500. Which is a lot, quite a bit of fucking people. What I mean? But this is what's great about this guy. So, Iwata, no, he was at the top. Like he's CEO. He's big time, right? Busy guy, especially Japanese CEO. That's even more busy time. But this guy, he recoded for the West, for us, like Dragon Warrior, which is also known as Dragon Quest. He recoded all that. Like the Japanese had their coding in the game, and then he was going to bring it over, and then he was looked at the coding. He's like, "This is just a mess. This is a fucking mess." So he recoded all of it. He recoded it to work, the text, everything. This guy helped out with Smash Brothers. This guy coded. He coded while he was CEO. That's how crazy this guy is, man. Like instead of going, "Hey, we need to bring this to the bottom guys and have them work on it," no, they're like, "Hey, we need to bring it up to the top and have fucking Iwata look at it." Like he would get these games and actually work on these games and bring them over to the West. It was crazy. This guy did so much fucking work. That's like ridiculous. Imagine being a CEO and a coder and coding like he did Mother. Like remember Mother or Earthbound? He did that. He
Yeah.
coded he recoded that too as well. This guy
I
is
mean,
that's ridiculous, right?
no,
Not really.
I
If you want
understand the
something
bit.
done right, you
Yeah,
gotta do it
right. Like
yourself.
this guy was
Yeah,
the shit.
and he made Nintendo.
Yeah, and he made Nintendo.
But right, he made Nintendo. But what I really want to see, and no disrespect to the man that died, none whatsoever. I want to see what they're gonna do in
No,
Nintendo
well, because
now.
right now, interim, it's Miyamoto and some other guy is at the company right now. So there's and
Right, but see, I want to see if they decide to take it to because Nintendo was always kiddie. It was always geared
yeah, but
towards
it's
the
always
kids.
still going to be towards the kids, man. That's a big. I mean, kids are born every day. That's a pop. That's you know what I mean.
I
Yep.
understand, but the real money, and the real everything is 18 to 32.
And this is where it gets to my point here on this topic is that what I've been saying is what they need to do is stop making fun consoles, and if they're going to keep something, keep the 3DS because that makes them a lot of sales because a lot of people like mobile.
Dude, they're never getting rid of the 3DS.
I know. I'm
Don't
just
even
saying they're
think
never
about
going to get rid of
Never
it,
gonna-
right?
We're gonna have Pokemon
Yeah.
69.
And then it's just
Dude, seriously, they're never going to get rid of
Oh.
Pokemon. Honestly, the Game Boy is what kept Nintendo alive thus
yeah,
far.
I'm thinking so as well. I mean, I agree with it. Like that's what they did.
Because the last three systems they made, were
Hey, the
pretty
GameCube
much
was nice.
failures.
I like the GameCube.
It
It
was
was
alright.
it was okay.
The GameCube was all right, but it really went
Yeah.
fast, just like the 64, which was
Yeah.
really hot. And I love the
Who didn't?
64, but the 64 went past really quickly. But I mean, I really don't want Nintendo to go that route because Sega went that route, and Sega was a really good system.
Yeah, but
I miss my
I-
Dreamcast.
I know, but it was
loved
ahead
my
of its time.
Dreamcast.
Everybody
My
knew that
Dreamcast
though. It was
shit.
way ahead of its time.
It was ahead of its time. Yes, it was. It was very ahead of its time. And Dreamcast, I love my Dreamcast. I love playing. They had so many hot games for Dreamcast. I love my Dreamcast. But when they went to only making video games, they slowly
Yeah.
died. They slowly died.
So just to get this, because I don't want this thing to go a little longer, just get the point across, is that they should stop making the console. Like, they have another console coming out, but they should just stop it. And then start releasing the games for other companies. Just fucking start releasing for PS4 and Xbox. You know what I mean? Get out of the race of the consoles. Just make games, and then still make games for 3DS, and everybody would be happy. A Zelda on PS4, a fucking Mario game on Xbox, all high def, all nice, all big, and then they're making the 3DS shit, and then everyone's happy. Because they don't have to buy a console that's shit so you can play a Mario game. That's just my view, and that's my idea, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but I don't think it's...
No, it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. I just want... This is a dream of mine.
Ever... Dream? Okay, let's just make sure the listeners know.
Yeah, this is a fantasy of mine. So badly.
It's never going to happen.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. What do you got to say, Kay, about this Nintendo thing?
I think they should just keep on doing what they're doing. Because they have their own market. They don't need to jump into the Xbox market and the PS4 market. Like, kids, like you said, kids are born every day. And everybody needs to start somewhere with gaming. Yeah. And if Nintendo owns that, they own it. Like, you just gotta move on.
Yeah, I totally forgot there's that big curve. Like, kids, like my nephews, when I see them playing games, it's so hard to watch them play these games because it's too hard for them. Yeah, so
exactly. This is why fighting games died.
Because it got too hard, got too technical.
They got too technical and they regressed. Like the transition from Soul Calibur series. Yeah. Remember how good they were, and then they're still hot, but then the learning curve went down.
I swear it became like a two button fighter. At a point.
Exactly. So. Like that's how games are.
It was like you can button mash and then you press like a grab and it's like over.
Look at all the new fighting games that's coming out. What is it? Yeah.
They're doing another Blaze Blue, right? They're doing another Blaze Blue type game, and then they're also doing a new Blaze Blue with new characters. That shit's just going on.
No. I just seen.
You mean J-Star? J-Star?
Yeah, that's what
but J-Star is a different type of fighting game. J-Star just came out. Because when the Narutos and the One Pieces, these are the Japanese versions of their fighting games. I don't really consider them fighting. Yeah, they're fighting games, but like you said, they're 1-button, 2-button mashes. But this is to make sure it's fun. I understand what J-Star. I just think that fighting games have their period was the 90s.
The 90s, right?
Right, fighting games period was the 90s, and what I think happened is now. RPGs are starting to roll back into the games now. RPGs and MMO style games. This is what the 2000s are probably going to be more focused on. You know, MMO games because there's tons of MMOs coming to PlayStation platforms
RPGs.
Now. And all platforms.
Dude, RPGs are really getting in there now, man. Like they're even bringing out a mobile game, a mobile card game, to PS4. It's like a Korean one. To PS4. It's like a dungeon crawler co-op card-based game. It's really weird, man.
Well, card-based games is really popular right now, and everybody has one. You know, everybody has one. You just have to. You know what it is? There's so many out there, but most of them are really, really complicated to play.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that everybody's stupid. It's just that the game is really complicated to play. I mean, don't get me wrong. I played Magic for 6-7 years. I still got boxes of Magic.
Man, you might have that fucking $30,000 one. You better check that shit.
No, I got a reproduction of the Bird of Paradise. That's probably what you're talking about.
Well, okay, so and with that. That's going to be time because I'm like 10 minutes over the hour, but I mean, I think that's pretty much fine. So I'm just going to end it right here. We're going to probably still discuss after. I just don't want it to be too long and stuff, So that's the
All right.
podcast for today, guys. Keep listening, and remember, this is just a podcast. Martin or Marty or